So I just want to have a look at the new accuRIG program by Reallusion. So it looks like it's kind of set up in the same sort of way as Mixamo. You can just bring in any character and it will automatically rig that character for you, but with a few more kind of settings and features, which is pretty cool. So what I wanted to do was I've found a character on CG Trader. So I've just got an FBX model that I'm going to bring in and see how it rigs and how it looks. One thing I have noticed with this is that if your FBX has any morph targets on it for visms or facial capture or expressions, once it runs through this process, it will remove those blend shapes or morph targets. So there is a way of fixing that, which I'll go through with you guys afterwards. So first of all, we're going to bring in this character. I found Finn from Adventure Time on CG Trader. Pretty simple model in a T-pose. So we're going to go through. First of all, it gets you to select where the symmetry is. So we shall do that. I have tested this out a couple of times before, and it does generally seem to work pretty well. So here we go. So it will tell you now when you click on each little icon, it will tell you where it needs to be placed on the model. This one wants to be base of the neck. I want to put symmetry on so it does the same for both sides. It does a good job at kind of like snapping in the middle of where you want it to be. That one down to knee, and feet look pretty good. So this needs to come right down lower, about here, and then these ones need to be about that. So I think there are other options I've seen in some other videos where you can mask out areas, so like you don't rig the arms. This comes in handy if you just want to rig the legs. So I think the example that was showed in one of the other videos is somebody carrying, I think someone carrying a child, someone carrying an object, and you can just animate the legs and the torso to get some simple animations in, which is pretty cool. But that all looks like it's lined up nicely, so I'm going to go to rig right hand. While that's running, I'll open up Character Creator 4. So we'll bring the model in. Again, it does a pretty good job at lining it all up, so everything looks like it's in the right. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't. So let's see. We want to put that one there. This one, yeah. There's something weird going on with the rotation. It's a bit annoying. What is quite good about this is once you've set up one hand, you can just send it, use like the symmetry tool, the mirror tool to send it to the other hand, so you only have to do this once. I think that looks from there. So you rotate that point because that's the direction you want it to be lined up to the thumbnail. That all looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is mirror to left hand. If you go to rig left hand, it is all set up the same, which is nice. That's pretty cool. And then finalize character. Now we will see how it looks. So it's not done a bad job. Let's try some different. Some stuff going on here with like the shoulders. Maybe we can adjust the shoulders to get that to work a little bit better. Let's try put a walk on. The legs are coming pretty good. The only thing I'm not too happy with is the shoulders. So we might be able to go back in and go back to the body rig and maybe look at moving the shoulders out further. That might help. See what that does. So I think there might be just a bit of playing around. It doesn't do a bad job for just a quick rig, and then we can bring that into Character Creator 4 and then start moving things around and playing around with the weight maps to get that finished up. So maybe that is too much. So again, we want to bring, maybe it's the opposite way around. We want to bring the shoulders in. Yeah, so that's kind of fixed. So you kind of want to go in between that. So we want to move them back out a little bit more. Just about that. So yeah, now it's gone a bit weird. Why has it done that? It's completely out of whack now. So let's have a look. I'll explain it. Try that now. So it's nice that you can go and adjust the placement points and stuff like that, so you can really refine it. It's something that you don't really get like on Mixamo. It's a kind of one shot at it. Let's have a look if we can do anything here. Let's twist them in and out, which isn't what we want to do. Just yeah. Again, I think it's just that case of bringing them in a little bit more and making sure that it doesn't what's going on here. That midpoint placement, so I think that midpoint placement tries to center it for you. So if you change the angle, it's going to So like say if I do that there and move it around, it's going to try and put it in the middle of the body. So if we kind of set it up like that, that might work a little bit better. Try it again. Different shape like shoulders, arms and stuff like that. So again, yeah, let's go back in again. That looks okay. Does look about right. Oh, that's why. That wasn't lined up very well. So this should do it now. Yeah, that's a bit better. And we'll just work on the weight mapping to fix. I mean, to be fair, if that backpack wasn't on there, it wouldn't look too bad. So, okay, we're going to export this one out. You've got FBX export, USD, or iAvatar. I'm going to save this as an iAvatar. And I'm just going to call it pin update iAvatar. And now we're going to load this one up. So, import. So now we're going to bring in all the textures. Well, we've got one texture for all of it. Bring that one on. So that's looking pretty good. What we want to do now is smooth out for the normal. So this is a nice little new feature that's in CC4. Go to Edit Normals and click Auto Smooth, which previously had to do that in 3D Exchange. If we wanted to do anything like that, we'll subdivide it as well to give it a bit of smooth it up a little bit more, though that doesn't seem to have worked. No, it has. There we go. And let's put this in a T-pose. So, like I said before, we can now go in here and fix the skin weight. So go to skin weights, and we can have a look through, and the issues we're going to be having are going to be on the shoulders. So I think we're going to want look at the upper arm. It's not actually affecting that, so we want let's see, where will we want that? We will want the try adding more to the shoulder. So adding that weight to the shoulder. Actually, probably better to do this if the character's pose. We'll just try out this what happens. Let's move that off a little bit there. Let's put it in a neutral. So, actually, I don't think I want that as a shoulder. I think that's going to have to be more of this here. So we're going to want to paint that on there. Just a bit more. And then maybe we do want to move the shoulders out past the arms, possibly, so it goes around. I want let's put it back in our T-pose, T-pose. So that bit there. So then we want the sub arm. I'll just do the one arm for now. I won't go into the whole thing. But where's that arm gone? This one here. So let's put that into walk motion. And you can see that's improved quite a bit. The only thing I would probably do is maybe adjust the proportion and pull this arm out a little bit so it goes around, and play with the weight maps a little bit more, just so it's a little bit cleaner there. But you can see compared to the other side how we can fix that up quite easily, and there's some bits of weight mapping that we could simply fix up in here as well. So that's pretty cool. We can so now the next thing we need to do is, if you look on this character now and go to the facial profile editor, you will see there is nothing in there. So we want to bring in some of the morphs that we've already made. So what we're going to do is go to import FBX, and then if we select the original file that we used in accuRIG, bring that one in, that will then have the blend shapes or morph targets in that FBX file, so you can bring them back onto the model so they're not actually lost, which is really handy to know. So let's just put so then you'll see that there's a new slide here, and these are literally just ones that I threw on quickly to show an example. But then you can set these to the different ones. So smile, obviously it needs to be for both sides, but that'll do for now. And then frown, and then we'll do so that is the character rigs with morph targets, and obviously like it needs tidying up, but that is pretty simple to do. Let's go back into we'll just do that one shoulder quickly as well. So let's do spine. A bit there. And then we'll do proportion. That slight bit. And actually, while we're here, let's fix this one a little bit as well. I'm not going to get too in depth. I should have done that properly the first time, but this will tidy up a little bit more. And then you can come through and just look through the different shapes and see if anything needs blended in or mixing up. I mean, I suppose these could all do a bit of blending in together. That'll do. Let's do Toon Walk. I always find that's a really nice animation. I'd want to get rid of some of that movement on the head, the side, but in general, it's a pretty quick way to get nice rig, and the hands all seem to should animate quite nicely as well. So yeah, overall I'm really impressed with how quick you can get a custom character rigged up and then brought into Character Creator 4 so that you can then adjust and fix up any issues, and then be able to add in like the facial expressions and set it up for mocap for body and face. So yeah, any questions, ask in the comments. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out.